Welcome to Donmar TV News Channel.
Tala lumalakas naman sa Kamara ang panawagan na sertipikahan ni Pangulong Duterte yung Bayanihan 3 bilang urgent bill.
Patuloy na nadadagdagan ang bilang ng mga mambabata sa Kamara na humihirit kay Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na sertipikahan bilang urgent ang panukalang batas na Bayanihan 3. Ayon kay Marikina Representative Stella Kimbo, isa sa mga principal authors ng nasabing batas. Mahalagaan niya na madaliin na ang pagsasabata sa bayanihan to arise as one bill dahil hindi lamang dagdag ayuda para sa Pilipino ang mapag-uusapan dito kundi maging pati ang kapangyarihan ng presidente. Anya, kapag inaprobahan na ang Bayanihan 3, mananatili ang emergency power ni Pangulong Duterte ngayong nagpapatuloy pa rin ang health crisis. Ayon naman kay House Committee on Economic Affairs Chairman Sharon Garin, ang sertifikasyon bilang urgent sa Bayanihan 3 bill ay malaking tulong para mapabilis ang pagpapatibay dito. Sa ngayon ay may 5 araw na lamang na sesyon na natitira para maaprobahan ng Kamara ang House Bill 9411. Samantala, wala pa namang anunsyo ang Malacanang kung sesertipikahan ng urgent ni Pangulong Duterte ang naturang panukala.
Yes, so in other words, marami mga senador ang tutol sa panukala ni Senator Pacquiao na magtatag ng Philippine Boxing and Combat Sports Commission. Bombo Des, that's so?
Well, may mga miyembro ng kapulungan, Bombo Elmar, na pabor din naman. Yun nga lang, katulad ni Minority Floor Leader Franklin Drilon, tutol siya dito sa mga kahalintulad na hakbang na magtatayo na naman ang panibagong tanggapan sa gobyerno, isang komisyon na hahawak dito sa Philippine Boxing and Combat Sports. Dahil meron naman tayong Games and Amusement Board at iba pang mga tanggapan na siyang nakakasaklaw sa mga kahalintulad na usapin, may kinalaman sa concern ng mga professional boxers natin dito sa ating bansa. So sabi ni Senator Drilon, hindi na ito lubos na kailangan. Pwede namang ma-address yung kanilang concern sa pamamagitan ng existing ngayon na structure ng ating gobyerno. Ganun din yung sentimiento ng iba pang miyembro ng kapulungan. Mismo ang liderato ng Senado ang namagitan na sa hindi pagkakaintindihan ni Senator Manny Pacquiao at Senator Pia Cayetano. Matatandang nagtampo si Senator Pacquiao nang hindi natuloy ang interpellation sa kanya ni Cayetano para sa binabalangkas na Philippine Boxing and Combat Sports Commission. Ayon kay Pacquiao, dismayado lamang siya dahil hindi man lang nagpaalam ang senadora na hindi na pala ito tutuloy sa kanyang pagtatanong. Pero para kay Cayetano, malinaw naman sa proseso ng mataas na kapulungan ng Kongreso na nagbabago kahit ang mga nakaschedule na, depende nga sa bigat ng pangangailangan sa kanilang trabaho. Nilinaw din itong nagpaalam siya ng maayos kay Senate President Tito Soto ukol nga sa adjustment na nais niyang gawin. May mga iba pa raw na trabaho ang kanyang komite na pinamumunuan, lalo na yung tungkol sa mga foreign workers dito sa ating bansa na nabibigyan ng trabaho kagaya ng Pogo na kinakailangan ding bigyan ng agarang tugon. Sa huli, ang liderato na lang ng Senado ang nagpaliwanag ukol nga sa naging sitwasyon para mapahupa ang usapin. Si Majority Floor Leader Juan Miguel Zubiri ang nagbigay ng kanyang pahayag na ito raw ay bahagi naman ng trabaho ng mataas na kapulungan ng Kongreso at wala namang layunin na iitsapwera ang sinumang miyembro ng kapulungan, kundi may mga prioridad lamang din na inaasikaso ang bawat miyembro ng kapulungan kaya nagkakaroon ng ilang adjustment sa ilang pagkakataon.
Sinurpresa ni PNP Chief Police General Guillermo Ilazar ang ilang police station sa Metro Manila para alamin kung nasusunod ang kanilang intensified cleanliness policy. Kasama sa inikutan ng general ang 8 police station sa Parañaque, Taguig at sa Maynila. Mabusising ininspeksyon ni Eliazar ang harapan ng istasyon at ng mga opisina. Maging ang mga kasulok-sulukan ay sinisilip din ng opisyal.
So itong CR mo? Oo, sir. So, mayos naman, malinis. Nagsilamang sa bakoy dito ng natin ng ganito. Nililinis yung baton?
Ikinatuwa ni Eliazar na marami sa mga pulis ang nagkukusa ng maglinis ng kanilang presinto. Una nang iginiit ng general sa kanyang assumption speech ang kahalagahan ng paglilinis ng mga presinto sa pagbabalik ng respeto at tiwala ng publiko. Makakatulong din daw ito sa pagtuturo ng disiplina sa mga pulis.
Kasing sinasabi natin na cleanliness in the office, that includes ito nasa kapaligiran. At syempre ito mga pulis natin na pagpunta ng mga kababayan natin, makikita na nasa ayos na nakasuntaan sa kanilang uniforme at syempre mga isa makikutulong sa kanila.
Muli namang pinaalalahanan ni Eleazar ang iba pang istasyon ng pulisya na magpapatuloy ang kanyang surprise inspection sa mga susunod na araw. Kahit anyang maliliit na presinto sa malalayong lugar ay nakatakda niyang dayuhin para masiguro na nasusunod ang kanilang programa.
Campaign against illegal drugs had always been one of the main thrusts of the PNP, especially during the period when no less than the chairman of this honorable committee, Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa, was our chief PNP. As the law enforcement champion of the campaign against dangerous drugs, our former chief is a living witness on the gaps and intricacies of the existing drug law. Thus, the PNP is elated to have a representative in the Senate who supports the amendment of the dangerous drugs law in order to address issues and concerns on its implementation. Among the many significant provisions include the obligation upon lessors or property owners to check on their properties whether or not the same is being used for illegal drug purposes. Presumptions against importer and exporter, financier, protector and cuddler, presumptions on possession, especially on selling, vis-a-vis its commercial quantity, as well as presence in places where dangerous drugs are sold, prepared, packed, or manufactured, and presumption to have used dangerous drugs for refusal to submit to drug testing after apprehension. Kasama rin sir dito yung presumption ng ating mga law enforcers and prosecutors if they bungle the cases. So kung maigpit man sir ang iniisip natin para doon sa mga sa ating mga big time syndicates, the same manner, the integrity and safeguards are also included in this proposed bill. Along this line, the entire PNP believes in the wisdom for which these amendments were proposed and thus extends its full and strong support for the passage of House Bill number 7814. Once again, the PNP expresses its utmost gratitude for this opportunity to communicate its position on this important and timely piece of legislation. Rest assured, sir, that the PNP has untiring support and cooperation, especially on matters related to drug prevention and control. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, General Eleazar. Yung provisions ng present law ng 9165, yung regarding sa disposal of evidence, yung mga shabu na nahuli natin, the same pa rin ba ang position ninyo ngayon na gusto ninyo immediately ma-dispose kaagad yan at dapat yung korte na ihingan ng clearance para i-dispose yan, dapat bigyan natin ng timetable or timeline para to act on our manifestations from said courts?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, it is provided already in the law on the immediate disposal. Siguro, sir, ang maganda doon is yung talagang proper implementation of these provisions. And our recent coordination with concerned agencies through our crime laboratory and the PDEA ay na-execute naman, sir, ito mga ito. But just like what I've said earlier, sir, the implementation of these provisions are provided by existing law ay napakaganda, sir, and we fully support that.
Thank you for that. Nasabi ko yan dahil yun nga, that has been become our frustration, yung mga matagal na nakatambak na mga droga at very tempting yan on the part doon sa mga merong custody ng mga droga na yan. Very tempting yan talaga na i-recycle. Actually, diyan man nag-start talaga yung mga ninja cops noon, di ba? Pag-recycle ng mga droga na nahuli nila. So, dapat talaga mabilis. Ako nga, nung I was the chief PNP, sabi ko, sana maayos itong batas na ito na pagkuha natin yung ilang tons ba yun na shabu na nakuha natin na andon, after picture taking, after makakuha lang na maliit na sample para sa crime lab, pwede sana ibuhos na kagad sa kanal yun para dispose kagad without, pero may batas tayo na sinusunod na kailangan talaga ng order from the court for the burning or destruction of these evidences. So sana, gusto ko nga sana, after makakuha lang ng sample, buhos kagad. Kung saan man ibuhos yan, para tapos na, wala nang ma-recycle. But anyway, we'll talk more about that later. Thank you for that, General Lesar. Next, sino sa inyo sa PDEA magsalita? Si Director Randy Pedroso, you have the floor. From the PDEA.
To the Honorable Chairman Senator Ronald De La Rosa, sir, the members of this joint committee, we wish to express our gratitude for inviting us in crafting the House Bill number 7814. And on behalf of PDEA, we welcome this. As such, we have some recommendations for the amendment for using dangerous drugs and controlled precursors and essential chemicals. The proposed amendment states that if found to be not a drug dependent, 6 months and 1 day to 6 years, and a fine ranging from 10,000 pesos to 50,000 pesos. A person using dangerous is at risk of drug dependence. This condition can be addressed to appropriate interventions that are less intense compared to undergoing a treatment and rehabilitation program for drug dependence. Accordingly, the proposed penalty of imprisonment for a person found positive for using dangerous drugs or CPEX who is not a drug dependent is too severe. Said provision, if implemented, might further congest the jail facilities. In this regard, we recommend removing the penalty of imprisonment for a person found positive for using dangerous drugs or CPEX who are not drug dependent. Further recommend replacing it with a provision requiring the said individual to undergo appropriate interventions to address his or her condition. The following are further recommendations for the proposed bill. The amendment of Section 44 to include the Board with the assistance of Department of Education or the DepEd and Commission on Higher Education shall issue the necessary guidelines within 90 days from approval of included in the functions of the ADACs or the adults. Should also include an article providing for the promotion and implementation of National Drug-Free Workplace Program for government sector, since the current drug law provides only drug-free workplace in the private sector. That's all, Mr. Chair, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Randy Pedroso. Mukhang nakinig ka sa lecture ni Senate President Tito Soto kahapon, ha? Regarding his Senate Bill number 3, yung creation of PDEA. Nakikinig ka kahapon, ha? Thank you for that. Next, may we recognize online State Council Don Rick Ventura, the representative of Secretary of Justice Minardo Guevara. Are you around, sir?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning, Your Honor.
Yes, go ahead. You have the floor.
To the Honorable Chair, Senator Bato, to the honorable members of the committee, and to the distinguished guests, good morning to everyone. The Department of Justice certainly supports the program of the government against drug traffickers. However, there are some provisions to which we object, specifically on this legislation. Number one of which, and has been adverted by the CHR Commissioner, is regarding the death penalty. However, we do not conform that the foregoing legislation creates a presumption of guilt. It clearly states in the legislation that the presumption is only prima facie evidence, which means the evidence is as good and sufficient in its face and may be rebutted or contradicted unless objection is already stated by the representative of the AMLAC regarding the penalty for the persons found positive for using drugs, the penalty of imprisonment is not commensurate to the act committed. The department reserved to file its position paper regarding such other objections, Your Honor. That's all, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Attorney Donric Ventura. Please do. Yung sinabi mo ngayon na magpa-file kayo ng yung official position paper. The committee really need your position paper. Maraming salamat. Before I recognize the next resource person, I just would like to go back to Commissioner Karen Dumpit na kayo sa human rights, you are really anti-death penalty. And ako naman, siguro, alam mo naman siguro na I am pro-death penalty for drug traffickers. Ito ma'am, I just would like to present to you a situation. This is not a hypothetical situation. This is a real and prevailing situation na nangyayari sa ating drug situation ngayon dito sa Pilipinas. Sinabi ko nga kanina, I cited earlier, I have stated earlier in my preliminary statement, the results of our hearing yesterday regarding the PNP misencounter. Alam nyo, lumabas doon ma'am sa investigation of this committee and that of the NBI na yung drug lord na convicted drug lord doon sa Sablayan Penitentiary, Misamis Occidental, Mindoro, was siya ang nagpapaikot, siya ang nagmamaniobra, mamanipulate para mag-inkwentro yung pulis at yung PDEA. Now ito, matagal ko na itong experience eh. Sabi sa akin mga drug lord doon sa Bucor, sabi nila sa akin, Sir, kahit na anong batas ihahampas mo sa akin, wala nang epek sa akin yan. Wala nang epek sa amin yan dahil hindi man ako takot na mahuli dahil nahuli naman ako. Andito na ako sa loob ng bilibid. Hindi ako takot na makasuhan dahil marami na akong kaso hinaharap sa bilibid. Nag-i-enjoy lang ako dito sa bilibid ngayon. So, kaya gusto ko lang, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yung aking drug business na nasimulan dahil habang andito ako sa loob ng bilibid, lumalaki pa rin yung aking negosyo. So, that kind of situation, yun nga, nasasabi ko noon, I am really frustrated na sana kung meron tayong death penalty for, lalo na ito mga malalaking drug traffickers, big time, high-level drug traffickers. Sabi ko, kung meron tayong death penalty nito, sana wala nang problemang ganito ngayon. Dahil tapos na, wala na talaga. Hindi na sila makapag-continue ng kailang drugs dahil hindi na takot mahuli. Sabihin natin, Sir, ang counter namin dyan is dapat galingan ninyo ang law enforcement ninyo. Galingan ninyo yung pag-implement ng batas. Well, nandyan na nga eh. Nahuli na nga eh, na-implement ang batas.